Nicely played, nicely timed, very well timed indeed.
Well, raced away. It's kind of a nudge, yes. The risks were involved. You never thought that shot. Ball is going to race away to the boundary line.
Look at the wrists, very strong wrists, worked it from around that leg stump area, and that just sped away.
Now he goes full and he pays the price. Back-to-back boundaries.
Yeah, first two overs were quite good for Galle Titans, but you had the feeling it's going to change in a jiffy because these two batters got their eye in now, spot that slow delivery very early, and he was ready for it. Just thumped it once again on the onside for yet another boundary of the over.
Pace of the ball that time, but again you could see that Rajita's length is more or less full. The previous delivery, again on the front foot. This one, pace of the ball, but again going full on a length.
He has to be straight because both his boundary riders are on the leg side. Bowled that nicely. To that field, he can't afford to be an outswing bowler to that sort of field, because if he does swing it out, that will just, a right-hander specifically, will just let his hands go.
I like what I'm seeing at the moment. Seeing signs of maturity as far as Haris is concerned. Sort of a batsman a couple of months ago where he wanted to hit everything out of the park. Hit two boundaries, then he was looking for a single. That's good.
Oh, swing and a miss from Fakhar Zaman.
He was aiming for that mid-wicket area. Just two fielders outside the circle, don't forget. So he had a wide gap. Again the cutter. He was definitely going there to mid-wicket.
He looks agitated, Fakhar Zaman, doesn't he? He's not finding boundaries at his will. Frustration is creeping in. A bit of adjustment in the field. Deep point has been brought in. Mid-wicket goes back.
Yeah, super shot for four. We've seen some classical cricket strokes this over.
Too many slow deliveries. Too many slow deliveries. And that was closer to the off stump, and that's why Fakhar Zaman was able to time the ball. Managed to hit the ball on the up. Good footwork. Enabled him to drive the ball through extra cover. Cleared his front leg.
A bit too predictable. Fakhar Zaman smart there. He didn't look to swing it across. Well, they moved the fielder, but gave away the boundary on the off. 3 gone, 23 without loss.
Decent start, yeah. Some experience to come in Chandamal and Matthews. Saranga coming off a half century in the previous game. It was a brutal half century as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's a bit of a floater in that batting order. He'll have a look at the amount of overs bowled before he says, you know what, let me take care of this. But for now, they're none down. Here's Ngarava. I think that's a little concerning for me with regard to the slower balls that were bowled by Rajita, is that slower balls deceive you in the lack of pace. But the balls that have been most effective here have been cutters into the surface, where the ball sits in the pitch, and that deceives the batter. So a slower ball can't be bowled 6 out of 6, as you rightly mentioned. You're not deceiving anyone.
Yeah, I'm with you. You have to ball into the pitch. And if the batter tries to hit the ball on the up, that will go in the air. It was too full. It was floated up to the batsman. It became too easy. Plenty of time for the batter to decipher what was that. Now talking about Angarava, he's been very impressive. He's the one who has caught the eyes.
He didn't look to try and wrap those fingers around the ball when he bowled it. He just released it. The slow ball we're talking about, just floated it. Find most bowlers attempting at least like a quickish off break, looking to cut the ball. And that we haven't seen from Rajatha.
You know, that's where the bowling coaches can be handy. But for that, they have to read the pitch well. If they are able to read the pitch well, they'll give the right information to the players.
Do know that the surface has played better for the afternoon games. The batters have really enjoyed the afternoon games. They've all struggled as soon as the lights come on, which is quite peculiar, because around the world it normally becomes easier to bat when the lights get switched on.
You see that at the Premadasa, you know, where batters have enjoyed themselves with the ball sliding on. But yeah, it was a bit of a surprise yesterday when both sides struggled so much.
And the base of the square is not tight, and that's why the pitches tire out. At times, look spent. That's in the air, should be taken, and is taken, and it's Shamsi. The danger man is walking back.
I think that rushed him a little bit. Ngarava gets a bit of pace and bounce. I don't think Haris was in a good position to play that shot. Yeah, it was onto him quickly. It was onto him quickly. Rushed him. Very good bouncer. And I don't think he misses catches like that. Shamsi. So wicket number 1 for Kandy. It's Mohammad Haris for 17, 26 for 1.
Player, this man, Dinesh Chandimal. Really shown us what he's capable of doing in this tournament. 33 years of age. It depends what sort of mood he's in. Tell you what, this fella, you've mentioned that he's been impressive. He certainly is one of the finds of this tournament. There'll be many leagues around the world taking notice of this man's performances.
Is one of the very few fast bowlers on display in this LPL who have hurried the batsman. Yeah, Naseem Shah has been there. Hasnan has bowled quick. And this guy, with his height, has an advantage. And what a bouncer he bowled to Mohammad Haris.
Oh, he strikes Chandimal, but they'll get through for a leg bye. It will end the 4th over. Shall we call it honours even? 27 for 1.